Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so today we're looking at the 107th PGA Championship. It's kicking off tomorrow at Quail Hollow Club.
Right on the eve of it.
Exactly. And you're here because, well, you want the key info fast, right? The stuff that really matters.
Get up to speed quickly.
That's the plan. This is your kind of cheat sheet for the championship. Our mission today: dig into the official preview, pull out the biggest details, the main storylines.
Yeah, we've been through the intel, and it's shaping up to be quite interesting. It's more than just, picking a winner.
How so?
Well, it's about the course itself, Quail Hollow, and how it sets the stage. The timing, the conditions, it all feeds into the potential drama.
Okay, let's start there then. Quail Hollow Club, not its first rodeo with a major, is it?
No, absolutely not. It hosted the PGA back in 2017, so there's history. But fundamentally, this course really dictates things.
What makes it stand out?
It's a par 71, and it's just relentlessly challenging. It tests everything: skill, strategy, and definitely mental toughness. You can't just bomb away. You got to think your way around.
And I've heard about the finish, the Green Mile. Sounds pretty intimidating.
It is, yeah. The final 3 holes, they're infamous. It's where things can change really, really fast.
What makes them so tough? Just length.
Length is part of it, but it's also about, demanding shots, often over water, into tricky greens. We've seen big swings there historically. Major championship pressure on those holes. That's a real test.
You mentioned conditions. I read something about heavy rain earlier in the week. Did that cause problems?
It did, yeah. They actually had to close the course to spectators on Monday because there was standing water. So quite a bit of rain.
Okay, so is the course going to be a mess tomorrow?
Actually, no. The update is pretty positive. The weather's improved dramatically.
Oh, good.
Yeah, sunshine expected for Thursday. Temps around 82 Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius. Very little chance of rain. The grounds crew has apparently done a fantastic job.
So, back in good shape then.
Excellent shape is the report. But interestingly, that early rain might still play a role.
How?
Well, the thinking is the fairways might still be a bit soft.
Right.
And soft fairways, the reduced rollout after the drive, which can actually favor the longer hitters. Their carry distance becomes even more important.
Okay, that makes sense. So longer hitters might have a bit of an edge. With that in mind, who should we be watching closely tomorrow?
We have to start with Rory McIlroy.
Coming off the Masters win.
Exactly. Huge momentum from that. But also, his record at Quail Hollow is just phenomenal. 4 wins here, including Wells Fargo championships.
That familiarity has got to count for something.
Oh, absolutely. It's a big advantage. Knowing the course, feeling comfortable, he's definitely one of the favorites.
And Scotty Scheffler, the world #1.
Yep, Scheffler. You can't ignore him. Statistically, he's just been, dominant for the past year or so. Incredible ball striking, super composed.
If he brings that game.
If he brings that game, a win here would really solidify his position at the top. He's the statistical favorite for sure.
Okay, Rory's history, Scheffler's form. Anyone else whose game seems tailor-made for this?
Well, Bryson DeChambeau actually called Quail Hollow a bomber's paradise.
Really?
Yeah, so you'd expect him, especially with potentially softer fairways, to really try and use that power.
Makes sense.
And then there's Justin Thomas. Remember, he won the PGA here in 2017.
Right, the defending champ from last time it was here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he sounds confident. There's a quote from him saying something like, "I just pull the driver and let it rip long and straight."
Aggressive strategy.
If he pulls it off, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget the actual defending PGA champion, Xander Schauffele.
How's his form been?
Very solid this season.
Yeah.
Consistently playing well. He's definitely a strong contender.
It's a stacked field.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You've also got guys like Colin Morikawa, Victor Hovland, Tony Finau, Daiki Matsuyama. Any of them could get hot on this course.
Any underdogs catching your eye? Maybe an unexpected story?
There's an interesting amateur, Jackson Cole. He's only 20.
Wow.
Yeah, qualified through sectionals. Apparently, he's got a really mature head on his shoulders, fearless approach. It's always cool seeing an amateur mix it up.
Definitely adds another layer. Now, speaking of the field, there were a couple of withdrawals, weren't there?
Yes, 2 notable ones. Justin Rose is out. He's got a viral illness, same thing that kept him out last week.
Shame.
And Sahith Theegala also withdrew, citing personal reasons. No more details on that one.
And when players pull out, that means opportunity for others.
Exactly. The alternates get the call. So Joel Dahman and Adam Schenk are now in the field for the PGA Championship. Big chance for them.
Right. Now, shifting gears slightly, majors always have chatter around them. I saw a quote from Hunter Mahan about Quail Hollow.
Ah, yes. That one definitely stirred things up a bit.
What did she say?
Hunter Mahan, former tour player, he said, Quail Hollow is like a Kardashian. Lots of show, not much substance.
Ouch.
Uh,
That's pretty pointed.
It is. And it sparked quite a debate, especially among players.
I bet. How did they react?
Well, many players really respect Quail Hollow. They see it as a genuinely tough, demanding test. So Mahan's comment ruffled some feathers.
Contrasting views, then.
Definitely highlights how subjective course design is, right? What one person sees as show, another sees as a true championship challenge. But hey, it adds to the conversation.
For sure. That mix of prestige, pressure, passion, it always makes these events compelling.
Absolutely.
Okay, so just to recap the course conditions before we talk about watching it. Weather's looking good now.
Yes, very good forecast after that early rain. The course is described as lush, but very playable.
And those potential lingering effects.
Still potentially softer fairways,
Yeah.
which could help the bombers, like we said, but also firm greens, which demand really precise approach shots and a good touch with the putter.
Sounds like the grounds crew earned their keep.
They certainly did, getting it ready after the storms. Reports are it's in excellent condition.
Great. So for all of us wanting to watch tomorrow's first round, what are the key times and channels?
Okay, first tee time is 7:15 a.m. local time, that's Charlotte time, which works out to 1:15 p.m. Central European Summer Time, CEST.
And for watching, streaming, TV.
Yep, for streaming, ESPN Plus has coverage from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. CEST. Then on TV, ESPN starts at 6 p.m., running to 1 p.m. CEST. And CBS Sports Network joins in from 10 p.m. CEST.
Got it. Any specific groups we should look out for early on? Marquee pairings.
Oh, yeah. They always put together some big ones. The primetime groups will feature guys like McIlroy, Scheffler, DeChambeau. Those groupings always draw huge global audiences, kind of set the tone early.
Definitely ones to watch then. So wrapping things up, it feels like we're set for a really, really good championship.
I think so. The conditions look great. The course is tough. The top players are mostly in form. And like we've discussed, there are just loads of interesting storylines.
A world-class field on a demanding layout, that usually equals drama, doesn't it?
Almost always. It's got all the ingredients.
So the big questions are hanging there. Can Rory do it again here? Can Scheffler keep up this incredible run? Will someone unexpected, a dark horse, make a charge?
Those are exactly the questions. And we start getting answers tomorrow. It's going to be fascinating to see it play out.
Well, that brings us to the end of this deep dive on the 107th PGA Championship. We aim to give you that concise, insightful overview, everything you need heading into day one. Hopefully you feel prepped.
Yeah, hopefully. And maybe one final thought for you to ponder as you watch. Thinking about that Hunter Mahan comment versus how much players seem to respect the course. What do you think truly makes up the substance of a major?
Good question.
Is it just the design, the difficulty? Is it the quality of the competition, the history, the pressure, or, something else entirely? Maybe keep that in the back of your mind as you watch things unfold at Quail Hollow.
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in to the deep dive. Enjoy the golf.